Good afternoon, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our quick analysis. It's Monday. I hope you did watch my weekly analysis yesterday because I think there is a lot that you can actually unpack on that video. So before, I hope maybe you understand that on Wednesday we're gonna have some rates cuts. So what will happen actually after those rates cuts? So I'm actually expecting a lot. To happen. But since we are going to go on the analysis, I think the best way to explain that it will be on the analysis or on the chart themselves, right? So likely enough, there are already 5 things to know before the market. If you check them here on CNBC, they're also talking about that. You can see here Federal Reserve is widely expected to cut the rates on Wednesday. But what we want is what will happen on the market. So you can see 5 points, go through them. I think this will actually help you to understand what will happen, mostly before the market open. Because at the moment the market it's already opened. So on the economic calendar, as it's Monday, we don't really have much. We don't really have anything. But tomorrow we're going to have CPI from Canada. We're going to have retail sales from the US. And this is also going to be important for them. So this is what I see, by the way. We can see that on the estimates, it seems like they estimate that the numbers are going to go even lower. And it's understandable because CPI went lower. We saw NFP was also going down. So it's obvious that we are going to see maybe lower retail sales. And that is going to be good for other pairs which are going against the dollar. But the problem is going to be here. This is the final event that we are expecting. Here on the estimate, they estimate that they're going to cut with 25 basis points. I agree with that. So the other ones here, this week actually is going to be a very busy week. We can easily see that we have employment change from Australia, monetary policy or interest rates from Britain, also from Japanese yen. On this Japanese yen, it's going to be on Friday, but the problem is they don't really specify the time. That's the problem. So retail sales from Canada on Friday, but the most important one here, it's actually federal rates and retail sales, which it's going to be tomorrow. So what will actually happen on the market? It's very important because we have to understand, even though the market or even though they did not really cut the rates yet, but when we check the interest rates, guys, we don't really just check one thing. Firstly, it's going to be how much are they going to cut with. If it's 25, most likely we understand that we expect 25 basis points, right? Or maybe if it's 50, that is going to be a surprise, and that will make the dollar to be extremely weaker at that time. And if they cut with 50 basis points, yes, we know that the dollar can be weaker, but this might also affect the stock market because that will show us that the economy is struggling. And when the economy is struggling, we know that the stock markets won't perform very well. You see? So it's not like just because we want the weaker dollar, it means that things will just go nice. Let's say, especially on S&P 500, US30, and Nasdaq, don't expect some crazy moves there if they cut with a bigger basis point. You see, so I think the stock market actually wants something that is very strong, stable, which means once they cut with 25 basis points, it will show them that, you know what, the economy is performing very well and we don't really have to panic. So on that, it means they will cut slower. And I think 30 minutes later, after they release the interest rates, 30 minutes later, mostly they have this conference. On the conference, most likely they will tell us what will happen next, what is actually their plan, the state of the economy, is the economy still strong, most likely on the employment side, but I think on the next events, they are going to be controlled by the events that we are going to receive along the way, or let's say the data that we are going to have. I don't think they will just say, oh, we are going to cut 1, 2, 3. They might specify that, you know what, if events are still cooling off like this, we see cutting the rate slower, maybe 3 times in a row or whatever that they're going to say. But what do we expect from the market? I think it's going to be a very good thing for the stock market or any other pair once they cut the rates, because this will take the strength from the dollar, so which means they will be bullish at that time, and the US, it will be actually on a bearish side. You see that? And that's what the market does most of the time. So that is actually what we are expecting, or what I'm expecting tomorrow. So what we're going to do here is, it's just quite straightforward. We're just going to see what will happen. And now, I don't think maybe we're going to have some crazy moves. Oh, I already saw US30 flying. And okay, we'll just have to relax there. So guys, if you still remember, we had that $25 special. So you know what we can do, because I still see other people still want to join that. So what I'm going to do, I will still give extra 10 people to join. If maybe there is only more than 10, so it means we are going back on our normal price, because the special actually ended yesterday. So which means I will take extra 10 before we go on our actual packages. You can see $25, so the $27 lifetime signals. You can see our actual monthly subscriptions is actually $45. So which means you are saving a lot if you are actually subscribing to this. So for those who wants to be part of the team, just let me know. So let's go on the analysis and see. So on DXY, I still see that the market, we are still on that downtrend structure. But what we can say here is, now the market is on the support area. So we've been playing around this support area. It's actually a consolidation structure. It seems like the market will be going up, especially if they can cut with 25 basis points. I think the market will go up. Maybe later on, the market start to continue going even lower. That's what I'm actually expecting. Because if it's going to be 25 basis points, it's not going to surprise the market. So this dollar index is not going to be extra weak. I don't think it's going to be, maybe not everyone is going to be surprised by that, because on every economic calendar, they actually mention that they expect 25 basis points. But if it's going to be a 50, we will see a quick breakout there. But the most important thing, most likely, is going to be the conference after they release the news, you see. So now we are on GBP. GBP, I will try to be as quick as possible, because this is just trying to go through this as we did yesterday. So GBP USD, we are still on that nice uptrend structure. So let's remove that. We smash that. So tomorrow it will be up to the market. Are we on the retail sales? Is the market on the dollar side positive or negative? But on the moment, we can easily see that GBP is quite stronger against the dollar. So which means I'm expecting to see a breakout, but the market might still play around and consolidate here before even jumping higher. But with this type of a structure, I think at the end of the day, the market might try to touch this level. But I'm expecting maybe not really crazy move, because even GBP, they might cut the rates. I think it's going to be on Thursday. They have their rates, their interest rates. I hope you understand that. So that's what I actually see here on GBP. So on the next one, let's push to the next one, which is gold. On gold, guys, it's still flying. Gold is still flying, which means we are still on that nice bullish move. And I'm expecting that to continue, but not so fast, because tomorrow we have retail sales. Those retail sales, if they are positive, we will see gold selling. Gold will react to mostly everything, especially on the economic side of the dollar. So which means if it's negative, yeah, maybe we're going to see the market going up because the dollar, it will be weak on the retail sales. But if it's going to be positive, we will see the market selling. Unfortunately, we want to know if maybe the market will bounce back here, or maybe the market will decide to go even lower. But most likely, I think the market might respect this support area before going up. Remember, they are going to cut the rates. I think this is going to be quite obvious for people who are going to buy, because we expect the rates cut. So which means if you bought around this level, you are smashing. But if you did not really buy around this level, if it means mark that area as a nice resistance. Once the market breaks out of that, you can look for that buy. Or maybe you can just wait for that reversal before we look for that nice bullish structure. I hope that makes sense. I think that is quite obvious that this is actually our resistance area. You see that? I hope you see that. So let's push to the next one, which is US30. Whoa, US30. I saw it. It was trying to fly, guys. It was actually flying away. You can see we did smash the previous one there, but we did not really jump to that. I think this area, it's actually a very strong support area. Sorry, a resistant area. But there is a possibility for the market to break out, because you can see the overall structure. Yes, we are on this nice uptrend, but the question is, are we going to break out of this structure? It's possible. It's possible because tomorrow we have retail sales. If they are negative, if it's negative as I'm expecting, we will see maybe a breakout. We're gonna have rates cuts. That can also push the market to go higher. But most likely, sometimes the market doesn't really care. The market will sometimes respect what we have as some stronger structure. We might see the market reversing before going even higher, because it's like now, just because we know that they're going to cut, it's no longer actually a surprise. A surprise is going to be a 50 basis points or maybe 75 basis points, which I think is highly impossible for them, or not really likely for them to cut with 75. So which means if they cut with 25 basis points, I don't think that is going to be a party here. I don't think not everyone is going to celebrate that, but it's always good for them to cut the rates, because just to make the economy breathe a little bit. So, and that might come as a negative, because it shows us that the economy is still stronger, and then the market might just move the way it wants. The market might start to move slower. Remember, we are actually on the highest level, so I don't think maybe the market still has some extra rooms. We see AI chips, or let's say the likes of AMD, Nvidias, they are not really performing very well, even though they are trying to recover. So which means we made very quick cash on those, or let's say they moved very quick. I don't really see any aggressive move after that. So which means at the end of the day, we might start to see the market reversing, playing around, but at the end of the day is the rates are going slower. So it means there is a room for the market to go up. And most likely not in these companies that we get on US30 or maybe Nasdaq 100. People, they will be investing in smaller companies because now the rates are going lower. These other bigger companies, they will just go slow, most likely. Anyways, let's push to the next one, which is Nasdaq. What's really happening on Nasdaq? I saw Nasdaq trying to go a little bit higher, bit earlier. We actually had a buy pending order. So, but the overall structure here is the market was trying to show us that it's trying to go lower. You see that? The market was trying to go a little bit lower. You can see here. So we had a very nice breakout, which the market has been actually playing around. So I'm expecting to see a very nice push to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. That's why we have this quick buy there. So I'm expecting to see the market reversing. But this thing is crazy. I think if we start to go lower, that is going to be a problem. But at the moment, the overall structure, it still tells us that, you know what, I'm still expecting to see a very nice push. It might not really be that aggressive, but at the end of the day, we might still see the market going even higher. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So another, I'm repeating for the last time, guys. So for those guys who actually wanted our special, I'm looking for only 10 people on this. So which means if maybe you want me to reserve your spot, talk to me now, because the special actually ended yesterday, which is Sunday, and the prices are like this. You can see actually that lifetime, it's actually $250. So talk to me if you wanted to be part of the team. So now let's push to the next one, which is S&P 500. You see what I'm talking about? The market was going towards this resistance area. You can see there. The market was going towards this resistance area. And what happened here is, it seems like the market is going to respect that. And if you check nicely, for this S&P 500, I think the support is way far. And I don't know, when will the market reach that level? I don't know. Maybe around this level, we had a proper resistance there. So let's just wait for the market to do its thing, because this resistance here seems to be quite strong. I don't think maybe we're going to just break it that quick. But the news, or the economic news that we have, they look very nice. I'm expecting to see some breakouts. It might not really be tomorrow. It might not really be maybe this week. But at the end of the day, I think the market will be trying to go higher. So this is NVIDIA. It shows some reversals there, but I'm still expecting to see maybe some very nice push to the upside. So let's see Usoil. Yeah, this one did not really play nice with us. I was expecting to see the market continuing with this type of a downtrend structure, but the market seems to be reversing. So the question is the market going to respect this level and start to go lower, or maybe the outer resistance that we had before? You can see we had that level and it's quite strong. So which means the market might reach this level and start to go lower. But with the news that I had from OPEC, they are planning to cut the production of oil. OPEC, if you trade oil, maybe you understand. OPEC countries is those countries which produces, like, I think maybe 80% of the world oil or whatever. So which means they decided to cut, which means once they cut, the demand is gonna go a little bit higher. And if they do that, it means we will start to see the market doing what? Going even higher. Maybe we will get that breakout. You see, so that will make a problem for us who want to sell, because the market will go a little bit lower and continue to go up, lower, go up. At the end of the day, that will be starting to be a nice uptrend structure. Simple as that. But anyways, I think for now it's enough. I just wanted to update you with this, guys, so that we can be on the same page. So thank you very much. This is Kenzo, Xtrahot Forex. For those who still want to be part of the team, just let me know as quick as possible. So thank you very much. Bye.